He wasn't killed by an enemy. He wasn't ambushed by a stranger. He wasn't betrayed by a criminal. He was destroyed by the people he trusted most. Before we begin, like this video and subscribe, because this case will change how you see family forever. This isn't just a murder story. It's a betrayal story. A case where love became a weapon, where routine became a trap, and where family turned fatal. By the end, you'll ask yourself one chilling question. How well do we really know the people we live with? Most people fear strangers. The real danger is familiarity. On January 2nd, 2011, Dripping Springs, Texas was a quiet town. Sunday church mornings, family homes, calm streets. Nothing suggested violence until that night. Clint Bonnell wasn't ordinary. A decorated U.S. Army Green Beret. Strong, disciplined, mentally sharp, loyal to a fault, devoted to family. Ironically, those exact traits would be used against him. Do strong people see danger sooner or trust longer? Comment below. Clint lived with his wife Shannon. Outwardly, a normal couple, smiling in photos, a well-kept home, no public drama. But behind closed doors, tension quietly grew. Not explosive arguments, not violence, something colder, calculated. That evening, Clint came home expecting routine. Dinner, conversation, rest. Nothing unusual. He trusted his home, his marriage, his family. That trust would not survive the night. At 10:43 p.m., the shift happened. No screams, no neighbors heard a struggle, no signs of forced entry, just quiet. Emergency services received a call. A husband was dead. The story sounded tragic, believable. At first, police entered cautiously. Nothing screamed crime scene. No overturned furniture, no signs of struggle, just stillness. But stillness after death is rarely innocent. Investigators noticed subtle signs. The scene looked managed, curated. The timeline felt rehearsed. Emotional responses didn't escalate naturally. Key details volunteered too quickly. Would you notice if someone close to you was lying, or would trust blind you? Comment. Homes remember everything. Sound, movement, behavior. Whoever did this knew the house intimately. Police hadn't accused anyone yet, but focus had shifted away from strangers, directly toward the family. Part 2 exposes the cracks in the story, timeline errors, and digital evidence no one expected. Subscribe and like now so you don't miss it. Investigators realized this wasn't random. It wasn't rushed. Criminals make mistakes, liars repeat patterns. Shannon appeared composed, soft-spoken, controlled. She claimed confusion, shock, but experienced detectives know shock doesn't sound rehearsed. Her story was too smooth. Minute-by-minute reconstruction revealed inconsistencies, estimated time of death, movements inside the home, delay before calling 911. Each detail alone meant nothing. Together, they formed a pattern. Do liars slip early or only under pressure? Comment below. Forensic teams searched for absence, not chaos. No defensive wounds, no signs Clint had tried to escape. That shocked investigators. Clint was trained. If he sensed danger, he'd resist, unless he didn't see it coming. Then claimed the digital evidence, phones, messages, search histories. Communication suggested planning, not panic. Timing aligned too well. Actions followed sequences. This wasn't impulsive, it was intentional. Is a calculated crime more terrifying than a violent one? Comment. A small contradiction in Shannon's statements shifted everything. She wasn't a grieving spouse. She was a suspect. How could a Green Beret be overpowered? Trust. He trusted his environment, his routines, his family. And trust lowers defenses faster than fear ever could. Evidence stacked up. Shannon's story collapsed piece by piece, each contradiction tightening the circle. This crime began long before that night. Part 3 reveals the motive, what pushed the betrayal past the point of no return, and the moment investigators knew who they were dealing with. Subscribe and like to continue. By February 2012, investigators in Fairfax County, Virginia reached a chilling conclusion. Clint's death wasn't sudden. It was the final step of a decision made weeks earlier. Murders don't begin with weapons. They begin with choices. Clint had discussed separation, divorce. To him, it was honesty. To Shannon, it was a threat. Financial planning, emails, private conversations. Everything pointed to timing and motive. Do you think fear or jealousy drives betrayal more? Comment. Friends noticed subtle changes. Shannon became distant, hyper-controlled, not emotional, not angry. Rage is messy, control is dangerous. Experts pinpointed crossroads. Let Clint leave and lose control, or eliminate the problem entirely. Prosecutors say she chose the second. Some people don't fear loss. They fear exposure. Deleted messages, search patterns, planning disguised as normality. Everything seemed ordinary, but routine became a trap. The safest place became the deadliest. Premeditation is scarier than impulse. Comment your thoughts. Everything aligned. No witnesses, no interruptions, no escape. Clint walked into his home believing it was safe. He didn't lose a fight. He never knew one existed. Part 4 reveals the arrest, the courtroom revelations, and the sentence that stunned everyone. Subscribe and like to witness justice. By March 2012, the truth could no longer hide. Evidence was complete, motive clear, betrayal undeniable. On March 13th, Shannon Bonnell was taken into custody. No resistance, no screaming, just silence. Innocence panics, guilt calculates. The 2013 trial was packed. Media, military, friends, one empty seat, Clint's. Prosecutors laid out financial planning, digital evidence, timeline reconstruction, behavioral analysis. Chaos was absent. Intent was present. Calm, cold, deliberate. Should emotional distress reduce responsibility? Comment. After deliberation, the jury returned guilty. The courtroom went silent. Shannon Bonnell sentenced to life without parole, a lifetime to reflect on a choice that lasted seconds. Clint Bonnell is remembered as a soldier, medic, and man who saved lives and trusted the wrong person. Fellow Green Berets honored him quietly. The home was sold, renovated, reoccupied, but neighbors say peace never returned. This case wasn't about violence. It was about trust. The greatest danger isn't strangers. It's familiarity mixed with deception. If this story impacted you, like the video, comment your thoughts, subscribe for more true crime stories. Watch the next video on screen. Another case where family loyalty turned deadly. Trust is powerful. In the wrong hands, it becomes fatal.